Hello and welcome to the Sheesh podcast. My name is Chloe.
And my name is Millie.
And this is the podcast where we rate what is Sheesh, aka what we love, and maybe some things that we don't love as much as well.
Hey! Oh, I always love that intro. Hi everyone. Hi Chloe. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. I'm looking forward to these 2 bank holidays we've got coming up. I think we've been quite lucky. We got two in a row.
It's a long bank holiday. Oh, love that.
Yeah, and on my birthday next week as well. So
no, it's not. Oh my god, it's next week. It's next Thursday,
yeah,
isn't it?
Literally, it's come around so fast.
Oh my gosh, and then we're in May, and then it's Alex's birthday. It's so many people's birthdays in May. It's my mum's birthday. You've got the coolest one though.
I do, to be fair, but yeah, I think there's something for me. Like, I have a lot of family birthdays then as well.
Well, it's not the best month. June is better.
Just saying. I wonder why. Yeah, how are you?
I am good, thank you. I'm in I was saying before we started, I'm in a bit of a blabby mood. Like I died at the gym this morning. Like when I say died, I mean I pushed myself and I actually died.
Oh God.
But then I felt good afterwards, if that makes sense. And then
yeah, oh good.
And then I had to eat lunch at 11:45 today because I was so hungry. So I'm going to use up the last bit of energy I have for this podcast recording. And then
oh yeah, before dinner.
Yeah. Well, in today's episode... Oh, wait, we have to announce the winner first from
yes, of course.
Sheesh meme.
Sheesh meme.
So what was your contender again, Chloe?
So mine was the doubloons kind of meme
gosh,
as a whole.
I saw another doubloons post after that, actually, and it made me chuckle. And then mine was... What even was mine? Oh yeah, short people leg hair. Just flying around. Yeah, I remember. Yeah. They're both quite good. But lol, sorry Chloe, I won.
No, it's okay. We're 1-1 now. So
yeah, so we're even.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I don't know what your meme is this time. So hopefully you've got a good one because you're gonna know what mine is, and it's a good one.
Oh really? Am I gonna know what it is?
100%. 100%. It is a good
one. Mine again is very niche. I think I'm just going with 2 just random ones. Maybe I need to go more mainstream to try and get some votes.
Well, we could talk about this when we come to it. Mine's mainstream but annoying. But I love it. So, but yeah, we'll come to that. But hey, I'm glad I actually won one for once. But yeah, I think you're starting first this time.
Yes. Yes. So this week is our first musical entry. I'm going to be discussing the Foo Fighters' new single. For those who don't know, they're my favourite band, Foo Fighters. I'm a massive fan. And they kind of posted some hints about they're going to have some new music, and I was like, oh my gosh. Because I'm not sure if anyone's aware, probably big news, so you probably did hear that the drummer Taylor Hawkins died last year. I think it's been over a year now, which is mad, because I remember the day it happened.
Oh yeah, I remember. So, yeah. Miley Cyrus was really sad about it.
Yeah, they were really good friends. Yeah.
So they released sorry, go on.
Sorry. It's okay. So everyone's kind of like, oh, when are we going to get new music? Are they still going to be a band together? Like, what's going to happen? But they announced some tour dates, so people were like, okay, still touring. But yeah, then they've announced a new album which is coming out the 2nd of June called But Here We Are. And they released the first single on the 19th of April called Rescued. But yeah,
I have not heard it. I'm sorry. I am not a Foo Fighters fan.
No, it's okay. I think we have very different music tastes. Yeah. So I think that'd be cool though, because if you bring a musical entry, we can learn from each other. It's fine.
True. I'll just, you know what, scrap the actual content of the podcast. I'm just going to do a DJ mix for an hour. And just, I don't know how to DJ, so it will be awful, but there's my music part.
I'd listen to that. I'd vibe to your DJ set. But yeah, the album is said to be, from the press, they've kind of said the whole album as a whole is meant to be brutally honest and emotionally raw response to everything Foo Fighters endured over the last year, which obviously includes Taylor's passing, but also Dave Grohl lost his mum as well shortly after. So yeah, he's not had a great year, so it's kind of interesting to see what this album's going to be like. But the song I've listened to a couple of times, and it kind of has some vibes from the older albums. I don't know if it's like this with kind of music you listen to, Millie, but I feel like, because I listen to a lot of kind of rock bands, if they kind of go slightly not rock or slightly poppy in one song, people are like, grr, give me old Foo Fighters. And it's like really annoying.
I want the old version.
Yeah, like if they're like, I want the old Miley, like when she did this.
I want the old KSI.
Yeah, and it's like, well, you can still enjoy that. It's still around, like. But yeah, this actually does have a lot of vibes from kind of the albums I picked up in particular, from like In Your Honor and Colour in the Shape, which are kind of some of their older albums.
I've
in the
guitar. Not heard it either.
I know, it's fine, you can learn. So yeah, that was nice to hear, because when they first released like a little, like 10 seconds or something, and you heard these guitars, I was like, oh yeah, that does sound like old Foo Fighters. But obviously the recording for the drums, Dave has done himself. I'm hoping you know this, Millie, that Dave was the drummer for Nirvana.
No. I know now.
There you go. We're learning together, guys. But yes, Dave was the drummer for Nirvana, which is why it's kind of extra sad that he's lost Taylor, because he's already lost Kurt Cobain, obviously, with Nirvana. He's not had a good time.
No, jeez. So you said they were going on tour. Do you have tickets, or have the tickets not been announced? Or
it's kind of been like just some like American dates and like festivals, I believe. But yeah, fingers crossed for a UK tour with this new album.
When was the last time you saw them? I feel like I have a vivid memory of sitting at school must have been doing GCSE science in the science lab, and people just talking about Foo Fighters tickets, like, oh my god, I got a ticket to go see the Foo Fighters. I was literally like, I've never listened to a Foo Fighters song before.
Well, that's such a specific memory. I love that.
I know, and I don't know why that's stuck in my mind. Like, I can literally think of the person who went up to the techer and was like, look, I have Foo Fighters tickets. Like, and I don't know why. Why is that a core memory of mine?
Oh, well, I went to see them in 2018. I just quickly checked my Instagram. That was the last time I saw them.
That's a long time ago now. It feels like it's yesterday, but it's actually like, is that like 5 years ago?
Oh, God, don't. I want to cry.
Oh, but also, can I just reference that did you say when was the album coming out?
2nd of June.
June is the best month.
Yeah.
Just saying.
But yeah, so obviously Dave's had to do the drums to record the album. And yeah, there's a lovely bit where there's like a build up of drums waiting for the chorus to come in, and it's like, oh, it's very satisfying. And I was like, yes. And yeah, all the drums and guitars come together, and at the end there's a bit of kind of slow guitar. But the whole song is kind of around grief and trying to move on. I think the song kind of starts with like, it happened in a flash, kind of it happened so fast kind of thing, because obviously Taylor's death was just completely out of the blue. But it's not a slow song. I think when you think about grief in a song, you think, oh, like a slow kind of ballad, but it's more raw, and yeah. But the lyrics, I was saying, they are kind of repetitive. That's when I first listened to it, that's kind of what I thought. I was like, the verses are quite short, and then the chorus and pre-chorus are kind of the same each time, and they're repeated quite a lot.
Yeah. Songs tend to do that quite a lot, don't they? They're like, you have your intro, like the first verse, then you have a chorus, and then there's like, they change 2 words of the first verse, and then it's just into the like pre-chorus again, and you're literally like, you've changed 2 lines. Yeah,
which I don't mind, like when it comes to some songs, but it's not.
If the chorus is good, it's fine.
Yeah, like the song's still good, but it's just something I picked up on, because usually they're. I don't know, a lot of their songs I feel like it's a lot more ranged in lyrics.
The most popular Foo Fighters song? What will I know?
Probably Everlong or The Pretender.
Maybe not then. I probably will recognise if I hear it, but I just don't know the name.
Yeah, off the name now. But yeah, so the lyrics I was kind of like, oh, they're growing on me, but they are kind of repetitive. But yeah, I feel it's quite an interesting song around grief, just because
it's not what
like when you like when you first listen to it, if you didn't hear the lyrics, you'd be like, oh, this is kind of like a rocky song, like kind of uplifting in a way.
Yeah.
But there's still loads of emotion through Dave's voice, and yeah, in the lyrics as well. And I feel like we're going to see a lot of that throughout the album, and then maybe even some slower songs as well. So yeah,
exciting.
I'm still like mulling around what Sheesh rating to give this, because I feel like I need to still keep listening to it to decide.
If you don't absolutely love it, then I guess it can't be 5 E's. Like, you can't rate like, a song that I don't know if I like is the same level as Charlotte's Wedding.
Yeah, no, definitely not. Or I think I'm gonna settle for a 3 at the minute.
Sheesh.
Sheesh. But I feel like that could grow, like, eventually, not to a 5, a 4, because there are definitely more songs which I'm like a 5.
Maybe like the album. Like, you can come back on and rank the album later and see whether you think it's better than the single 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna settle on that. Like, yeah, it's a very heart-wrenching song. Like, I did get the feels, and I just feel so sorry for the band and for his family. Like,
yeah,
like I said, Dave's been through quite a lot of loss in his time. So yeah. Oh, Pepper's meowing outside.
I know. I heard the meow.
Right. Pause the podcast. Let her in. Cut this bit out.
Oh, bless her. That's one of Chloe's cats, by the way, in case you didn't know.
There we go. Yes, a 3 Sheesh. And yeah, looking forward to the full album.
Damn. Oh, well, obviously I don't know very much about the Foo Fighters, but I'm about to do the same to Chloe with my first one, which I'm bringing the F1 chat back. I'm really sorry to Chloe or anyone who doesn't like the F1, but I'm bringing the F1 chat back.
It's okay. We're free to talk about anything here.
So I guess I'm going to talk about various stuff around the F1, but I guess for the theme and what I'll rate at the end is Drive to Survive, I guess season 5, but then also I was late to watching, so I've not seen season 1, 2 or 3 because I kind of just hopped straight into season 4 because those are the ones that of course like George and Lando are in. But I've just recently finished season 5. Sorry, I should probably explain. Drive to Survive is the Netflix show for
I was literally about to ask. I thought it was the Netflix show.
Yeah, it's been going, I think the first season was like 2018 or something, but I've just hopped in at season 4, which was 2021, and then season 5 is 2022.
Okay.
So it almost like dramatizes it a bit. Like, of course, there's going to be drama, like in the Panic era, but
is it like kind of like reality in a way, like reality show?
Yeah, sort of. They get them like they just film them all the time, but then they also sit them down to do the like interview style clips.
Okay.
And yeah, so I spoke a bit about this on stream yesterday, but apparently all of the drama in season 4 was just a bit fake. I had nothing to compare it to, so I didn't know that apparently season 4 wasn't as good. But,
oh no.
Yeah, I didn't. I enjoyed it, but like I didn't know. But then yeah, Drive to Survive season 5 was apparently much better, and kind of like that drama was a bit more real. But yeah, basically for the past, is it like 8 years, Mercedes and like Lewis Hamilton has just won the Drivers' Championship and Constructors' Championship. So you can win two, like the driver can win a championship, but then the team, like the car make, if you want, can also win the constructors. So like Lewis Hamilton can win the driver championship in Mercedes, but then I don't know, Alpine can win, or like McLaren or something. Not that has happened.
Right, I see.
So Mercedes has been winning for the past 8 years, but now for the past 2, Red Bull and Max Verstappen has won the Constructors and Drivers' Championship. So
I recognise his name. I know him.
Yes. So that's kind of what season 4 and 5 focused on a lot. But yeah, if people who haven't heard me talk about it yet, I'm in an F1. I don't know if it's a phase. It's just a phase, Mom. But I'm fully into it. I'm sad I don't have any more episodes. I'm in like the rabbit hole of F1 YouTube right now. Like, I'm watching interviews, podcasts. I'm watching people who make videos on iceberg. So like by the time the iceberg sort of structure, do you know what I mean?
Oh right, yeah.
So like the top's like mainstream conspiracies that aren't really conspiracies, but then like the bottom ones is literally like, oh, one of the drivers doesn't even exist.
I thought you meant a literal iceberg at first. I was like,
oh no,
what's that got to do with F1? I get it now.
No. So yeah, but my favourite, I did just want to mention this here so I don't mention F1 later in the podcast, though I may have to mention it next podcast episode because it's race week this week. There's been a break.
Oh, I see.
But ahead of that, someone on Twitter, like, is it 2 weeks ago now, a week ago, I don't know, just some random girl on Twitter tweeted, oh my god, Taylor Swift and Alonso, which is one of the drivers who has recently broken up. I don't know if he was his girlfriend or his wife, but are dating.
Oh.
They're not. This is a lie. They literally just made it up, but the rumour caught on.
Oh dear.
And so now, literally, like, news outlets have, like, The Sun posted an article about it, and then Alonso, like, his official account on TikTok yesterday posted, because it's a race, the description was like, race week era, in my race week era, and then, you know, that Karma is my boyfriend, that sound, he made a TikTok of him winking with that sound over it.
Oh my gosh.
And he's fully going into it, and I love it so much. Like, if you go on my Twitter likes, it's literally just that, like, and then they obviously they do press before the races, and so I think, is it press on a Thursday? I'm not sure, but there's just memes going around like the Aston Martin PR team where they have to prepare Fernando for any questions about Taylor Swift.
Oh my god. I love that he's rolled with it though. I feel like that's what you have to do in that situation.
Yeah. Like, it's so funny, like, it's just never true. It is 100% not true. I don't even know if Taylor Swift is aware of it, but I love it so much that I kind of want it to be true. But yeah, I just had to mention that there because that's my, like, if I didn't have my current Sheesh meme contender, that would have been it. But yeah, I told you I was just going to blab about all things F1. You can tell Chloe was a bit more prepared than me. But my rankings is going to be ranking Drive to Survive Season 5. And yeah, once again, Chloe hasn't seen it, so I guess you can't really contribute to the rating. I feel like, there was so much happened, like, it because of...
I'm so sorry, I'm going to have to let Penny in. Jesus Christ, these cats!
The meows! She just wants to be part of the F1 chat.
Oh no.
Oh, well...
Penny, what are you doing?
This isn't a Chloe talking to her.
I'm so sorry.
It's fine, it's fine. Everyone loves to hear it. Just meows. She just wants to be part of the podcast. She submitted the application after last episode to replace you. She is the new podcast host.
No, it's only the 3rd episode. I'm being replaced already.
Yeah, by your cat.
Yeah. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, anyway, before I was rudely interrupted, what was I even talking about? Oh yeah, so much happened, like, at the beginning, obviously, of 2022, the war in Ukraine started, and was it Haas? Like, I think it's Gunther for Haas. I think it is. I forget now.
I couldn't help you, sorry.
One of his drivers, like one of his main sponsors and drivers, was Russian, and like close to like, I don't know. Do you get demonetized? Wait, can we get demonetized on Spotify? But anyway, talk about
for what now?
Like, just to like talk about Russia and Putin and stuff.
I don't know.
But yeah, so he had to go, and he was literally like, "I'm never working with Russians ever again." And
God, okay.
then there's like drama going on between the team principals. So Toto is the principal for Mercedes, and Christian is for Red Bull. I quite like Christian, but then Toto's quite funny. Like, he'll just be like swearing, like, I don't know. It's quite funny. But anyway, I'm going to stop chatting about F1 because we're going to attempt to keep this episode a bit shorter than the hour and 5 minutes the last one.
Yeah, oops. Sorry, guys.
But I'm going to rank Drive to Survive Season 5 3. I say that because there was not a whole episode on George. George joined Mercedes. He should have got like a whole episode. He got a little bit at the end because he got his first pole position. Like, he won his first race. And there was a clip of him without a top on, so that does bump it to 3. And then
ups the rating.
Yeah. But otherwise, yeah, he should have had his own episode. So I'm gonna rank it also 3. Little sheesh.
Nice. Okay, 2 solid 3s.
Oh. But yeah, I will hand over to you for your second topic. And if you like F1, please like follow me on Twitter or message me, join the Discord. I need more people to talk about F1 things with. Thanks.
Thank you. So yeah, my next topic's kind of came around. I was thinking about Riverdale. So Riverdale's come back for its final season. Me and Millie both watch it. But I think we can both agree that it's changed a lot since the first season. It used to be kind of this fun kind of murder mystery set in, obviously, in the Riverdale High School. But now in this last season, they've gone back in time. I can't really tell you why. It's something to do with a bomb and a meteor.
I can go into it if you need to. Like, I was explaining this to someone at work today.
Well, they've gone back to the 50s.
Yes.
But it kind of got me thinking, like, should shows stop after a few seasons at their peak and be like, it's kind of contained, we've got some really good seasons, let's just end it there so we don't go downhill. Because I feel like when shows keep going, it ends up losing direction, fans lose interest, they're like, come on now, wrap it up. So kind of the sheesh rating is shows going on for too long.
This is an interesting one. I'm keen to hear your thoughts and your opinions.
Yeah, so obviously I was just thinking with Riverdale, like, I feel like it could have ended a long time ago.
I feel like there's so much has happened though that, like, I feel like my initial thoughts on this is when it comes to shows, I'm a quantity over quality person. So I will happily sit and watch, like, it's like Game of Thrones, isn't it? Like, people are like, oh, you ruined it at the end. Like,
yeah,
and stuff like that. And I'm like, I hate when people, they ruin things, or like Riverdale, I'm like, what is happening? But the fact that they're still there, I love it. Like, what am I going to do when Riverdale ends?
What will I watch on a Thursday anymore?
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of wanted to bring in, I told Tobias I wouldn't talk about Star Wars, but this is a tiny little bit, I promise. Obviously the Mando finale's just been, and it was kind of quite well-rounded, like, it could
end. You need a spoiler alert because Peter won't have watched it yet.
Oh, true. Well, he should have binged
Spoiler alert
it.
For Mando.
Yeah, spoiler alert, sorry. I'm not going to say too much about it. I was just going to say it ended quite, it could end there realistically.
Yeah, definitely.
The whole show. But there's also, I think season 4 has already been confirmed, so...
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, should it keep going? Because obviously people love it. They love Grogu. They love Mando. And, like, they could go into so much more because obviously Star Wars is huge. But it's like, yeah, do we stop now or do we keep going? And then we're on, like, Mando season 10. Oh, Grogu's, like, grown up or something. Like, I don't know. I feel like there needs to be a limit.
Yeah, it's like difficult. Like they definitely could. When I was watching the end of the Mando finale, I was like, oh, are they gonna end it just there and like do spin-offs?
Yeah,
like do a Mando film or something like that. But like it has to keep going until Mando and Bo-Katan start just a family. Like I'm invested now.
You're still on this.
I'm pretty sure no one liked the tweet that I quote retweeted, but I was like, they better bang.
Oh my gosh, I don't think I saw that.
Yeah, they
I would have
probably
liked
hid it
it
because no one agrees
remember.
with me. But yeah, I feel like they could do like spin-offs, or it's like Bad Batch. I just, when I love something, I just never ever want it to end. I will take quantity over quality every day, I think.
Oh really? I don't know. I'm just kind of mixed. But another show I kind of wanted to bring in was The Simpsons. It's on its 34th season.
I love that.
And it's like, okay, Simpsons, you can do pretty much anything. But I feel like a lot of the episodes are probably repeating the same kind of concept. Like, oh, Homer did this bad thing, and then Marge was angry, and now they're happy together at the end. Like, you know what I mean?
No,
like,
I definitely know
Lisa
what you mean.
is campaigning for this thing.
Yeah, I feel like I've not watched every single episode of The Simpsons, but I still find it funny that they never age. Like they were,
I know.
like Lisa and Bart have remained the same age. Like Maggie has been a baby for 34 seasons.
Jeez.
Like that's not even, you can't even argue that that's like one a year or something, one day out of a year each episode.
Yeah.
Like it is funny, but yeah, I'll happily take, if people are gonna make it, I'll happily take it, I think. Like
Okay.
I'm very easily pleased when it comes to shows and everything. Like, I watch it for what it is, instead of, like, when people were talking about Mando this season, at no point was I like, oh, this is a bit rubbish compared to other seasons. I was just watching it and happy to be watching it.
Yeah, I'm kind of like that. Like, I'm just like, give me anything Star Wars, I don't mind.
Yeah, I will consume.
Yeah.
That's interesting though, and well, Riverdale is coming to the end, isn't it? Unfortunately, at the end of this season. I honestly don't know. Like, I'm just like, I have to continue living my life knowing I will never get new content.
I'm not going to say unfortunately. I'm happy that it's ending. I'm sorry.
No.
But yeah, I get that kind of concept. Like, oh yeah, I'll just never have new content again. Like, it is sad. But I would say, like, shows like Riverdale are continuing while, like, other shows are getting cancelled. And it's like, I feel like they need to concentrate on other things sometimes. And it's kind of like, how is this show going? But this really good show got cancelled after one season.
Yeah, that is the thing, that they need to make room for other shows. But, like, they should just do a better job and just keep them both going, you know? Like, what got cancelled? Blockbuster got cancelled after the first season. I found that so funny. Like, it hit my funny bone, but I don't.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
I think it got cancelled. It's on Netflix. I'd recommend watching it. They're like 8 20-minute episodes or whatever. But
Okay.
spoiler alert, it gets cancelled.
Yeah, you'll never find out what happens next. Sorry.
Yeah. But I thought it was quite funny, and yeah, it's a shame. But I just don't think it did very well, unfortunately.
No. Oh, that's sad.
But yeah.
Oh, I think for a rating, I was thinking maybe like a 2, because I think my feelings are kind of a 1. Like, I don't want it to go on too long, but also I know there's some shows where I've like, oh, I want another season. So I do understand why they keep going, because, you know, they want more money as well.
Yeah, that comes into
and they're just going to appeal. Like, say Stranger Things. I know that it's going to be the final season in the next season, but, you know, they kept on going because they know people are going to pay and watch it. So
yeah, and like the franchise of like merch and stuff like that.
Yeah, so I think a 2. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I really don't mind. Things can go on for ages. Like, I'm a binge watcher. I just love consuming. So I will happily take anything that I'm given for things that I like. Like, it could be bad and I'd still watch it. It could be cringe. And the only time I've ever not watched it is sometimes I could not get through the previous musical Riverdale episodes. Like, I just skipped it. I could not handle it.
I skipped all musical episodes.
Yeah, but I'll just take whatever I can get. Like, Simpsons, I will be sad the day The Simpsons, like, gets cancelled. Riverdale comes in, I'll be sad. Like, to know Bad Batch is going to end the next season. I don't like things ending, I don't think. So, I can't think of one show on the top of my head that I'm like, I'm glad this ended now. Like, I don't know. I don't like it if shows end without an actual ending, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I would rather if, like, they made the season and then it didn't do as well or people didn't like it and then they just cancelled it. That makes me mad. I need, like, a completion.
Yeah, that's true.
I'd rather they do an extra season, it'd be bad, and we get answers, than it just end. Like, Criminal Minds, I was obsessed with Criminal Minds last year. Like, I have a t-shirt over there with, like, 7 of Reed's faces on it. But that just got cancelled. Like, it just ended, like, in mid-season. Like, it wasn't
I didn't know
supposed
that.
to end there. They've brought it back and made new episodes, which is nice. But yeah, it shouldn't have ended there. And I didn't even know it was the last episode when I was watching. And then I didn't get to, like...
Oh, no. That is sad.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'll rate it a 3. I'll just... impartial, we'll go with.
Okay. That's fair enough.
That's such an interesting topic, though. Guys, Chloe brings so much, like, so many interesting things.
Oh, thanks. I don't know, it just randomly came into my head because I was thinking of another thing. And I was like, yeah, and I need to catch up, like, I think I needed to catch up on Riverdale at the time. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'll talk about this.
Oh, well, I guess my theme is a similar sort of theme to yours, is doing things alone.
Okay.
Is my theme. So this is being mentioned because I'm currently... I went to the cinema on my own, which isn't really a huge thing. I've been to the cinema on my own before, but yeah, I went to cinema on my own, and then I'm also potentially going to Amsterdam on my own later in the year. So I just wanted to kind of rate and talk about the idea of doing things alone, see what you thought, Chloe, see what other people think. But I feel like when I was 15 and 16, I had so much more, like, I don't think confidence is the word, but just like the will to do things on my own. Like, one time I wanted to do a colour run, but no one else wanted to do a colour run. And so I just went to Leeds on my own and just did a colour run. And these uni students were just like, I was like 16, and they were like, oh, have you come here on your own? Do you want to run with us? Like, 22-year-old me, I don't know if I'd do that.
Yeah.
So it's yeah. So that's
So trying to bring those vibes kind of back.
yeah. Like, I can easily go to the cinema on my own, and I don't mind doing things on my own. I went to see the film Missing on Friday. Just Friday evening, Alex didn't want to watch it, so I went and watched it on my own, and I had a great time.
Oh, no, I've never been to the cinema on my own.
You should do it. You should definitely.
Yeah. Because there are some films where I'm like, oh, nice. There are some films where I'm like, I want to see that, but I know, like, Jordan wouldn't be interested, and he'd be like, oh, we'll wait for it to come on TV, you know, on Netflix or whatever. Whereas sometimes I'm like, I do want to actually see it in the cinema.
Yeah, definitely. Just go on your own. Like, the thing is, it's the easiest thing to do on your own as, like, a first step, because once you've made it and sat down, like, you don't talk to anyone you're with anyway. You just go on your phone with the adverts. Yeah, so highly recommend going to the cinema on your own if you haven't already. And then going on trips on your own. So people go solo travelling a lot. I have never been to a place outside of the country on my own. So I've travelled around the country on my own, that's fine. But I've never, like, gone to the airport or gotten on a plane, been to in a different country on my own.
No, neither have I.
Oh, so it's like a thing everyone does. But I feel like if you've not done it before, then it can be a bit, like, scary. I think... yeah, I don't mind my own company, but my trip to Amsterdam is going to be, like, mixed with going to a concert on my own, which I've not done before either. And I feel like I'm more concerned about going to the concert on my own than the country.
Oh, really? How come?
Like, because, like, part of the fun of a concert is, like, jumping around, singing with whoever you're with, like, and plus when you're waiting for them to come on, like, talking to them.
That's true, yeah.
And, like, maybe, I'm hoping if I go, then maybe some people will be like, hi, although I'll be in Amsterdam, so I don't know if they'll be English. And so,
yeah, that's a thought.
I don't know. But, yeah, I haven't paid for the hostel. I've bought the concert ticket, but I've not paid for the hostel or the plane ticket yet. So I need to that's the step I need to do next. And then I would have spent hundreds of pounds. So I'm going to have to, it's not like I'm going for a long time. I'm literally going in early morning and coming back late at night the next day. So it's not a long time.
Oh, yeah, that's not very long.
Apart from, like, the concert, I'll still be having to do stuff on my own. I also feel like it can be quite scary, like, walking around your own in the evening in this country is scary enough, so never mind in a country where you don't know or you can't read the signs. So I'm thinking, like, after the concert, I'm just going to order an Uber directly from the venue to the hostel.
Oh, no, that is a good idea, just in case.
Yeah. But yeah, so I don't know if you have any thoughts, or have you done anything different on your own, like, before?
Not really. But I do like sometimes I've gone, say, into town on my own. I know it's not like a big thing, but I kind of do enjoy just like going shopping on my own and being able to just look at things on my own time and kind of go where I want. And, like, usually I'm quite nervous beforehand. Once I get there, like, I'll enjoy it.
I thought you have to hype yourself up a lot more to do things when you're doing them on your own. But then when you're actually doing them, you're like, oh, hey, I really like this.
Yeah, it's just that first kind of push. I would say, like, we shouldn't have to worry about, like, bad things happening. We should be able to enjoy, like, wandering through Amsterdam at night. Like, why shouldn't we be able to do that? Why should we have to have concerns about that?
Yeah, it's sad, isn't it? It's so annoying.
Yeah.
But, like, I've, like, walking around with Alex, I never have to be concerned because, I mean, Alex is Alex. So I'm not used to, like, being so wary, so I'm going to have to be extra wary and, like, pay attention because I don't have this, like, big man who will fight anyone for me.
Your bodyguard.
Yeah, literally. Like, I could go anywhere and feel safe because I'm with Alex because I know he'll be able to handle whatever situation we get in. So I just need to have that same level of trust in myself.
Yeah, that's the thing. You shouldn't have to worry about that when you're trying to enjoy, your concert and, like, your weekend away.
Yeah. So I think that I will report back once I've done the trip because, like, right now, realistically, I don't have to go if I don't want to because the concert ticket was only like 30 quid. But, like, I'm trying to hype myself up to, like, one, spend the amount of money that's going to take to get there, and then two, like, actually confirm it. Like, I've gone to book it twice now and I've put it off, but I need to, like, hype myself up and be like, nah, it'll be fun. Like, I want to do it. It's just, like, scary, isn't it? So
yeah, definitely. But, like, if you don't want to do it as well, like, you shouldn't make yourself uncomfortable, I guess. Like,
yeah, definitely, yeah.
But also you don't want that to hold you back either.
I know, I don't want to hold myself back, so I think I might just do it.
Go for it.
But yeah, so I think I'll rank it again after I've been on the trip. Look, I'm committed to going right now, so I have to go now. But I'm going to rank doing things on your own based on what I've done before as, I think I'm going to do it as a 4. It can't be a 5 because there's an aspect of scary and being on your own. But I'm ranking it as a 4 because I feel like it can be quite empowering. Like, I just loved going to the cinema on my own. I had a great time, or going to the shops, as you say. Just spending time with you in your own company can be really nice. I'm going to rank it a 4, a sheesh.
Yeah, I think that's a good rating because, there is the aspect of, like, the worry and, maybe being uncomfortable. But, like, you shouldn't have to do that. And I'll always, like, if someone was, say, like you, of like, oh, should I go on this trip alone? I'll be like, yes, just do it. Like, you want to enjoy yourself, enjoy your life.
I know. I put it in the group chat, didn't I? And you, Sophie, and Charlotte were literally like, "Do it. You'll have a great time." I'm like, "Thanks, but if I need hype it up later, please hype me up."
Oh yes, definitely. Always.
Hey.
So yeah, I think a 4 is a good rating.
Well, we have blabbed on a little bit, but we're doing okay for time considering we're about to go on to the memes.
Yeah, I was checking the time like, ooh.
Would you like to go first with your meme contender, Chloe?
Yes, I will indeed. So, my meme this week is, it's not just an account, but kind of a general meme that's going through TikTok. My memes are probably all going to be TikTok, by the way.
I know, I don't have TikTok, so it's a bit difficult.
Yeah, or at least we have different things then, though.
True.
Yeah, mine is daily shark facts. So I have an example of, there'll be a slide there'll be a first slide, and it'll just say daily shark fact number 457, just a random number. It doesn't really matter. And you go on to the next slide, it'll be a fact, like, so this one is, sharks cannot bake carrot cake, which is obviously, an obvious thing. Sharks can't do that. But then the comments as well just crack me up. They're like, oh, but they can make a red velvet cake. I was like, what about the lemon drizzle? Yeah, there's some others I've seen, like, oh, sharks can't be the manager of a Holiday Inn. Like, they're so random.
Yeah.
They just make me laugh, because I'll show it to Jordan and be like, no, sharks can't do this. And he'll be like, no, it's not fair.
Oh, poor
But yeah,
sharkies.
just that general meme.
Aww.
Like, why shouldn't they be able to get a nursing degree? That's not fair. That's what I've seen.
This is also the first time I've ever seen a TikTok with slides before.
Yeah, I know, it's going up in the world.
That's funny. I like that. It's like simple but like hilarious. Yeah. And I feel like anyone could make one, so like anyone can contribute to the daily shark facts.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, mine is also animal related.
Ooh,
but I've posted this on my story, so if you follow me on Instagram you would know this, but that link that is there, Chloe, that's just an example. It's the happy
Oh yeah, I know that song.
It's obviously it's obviously not a new meme or anything, but it's just been in my head for the past 2 weeks. And the thing is though, is I send them to Alex's whole reel scroll is just these cats. It's like the happy cat, the banana crying cat, but they make up like the apple cat, the little dancing loafed cat, but they make up stories, and some of these edits are amazing. Like,
I know, I'm looking at it now, like the cat's jumping and
yeah, and like some of the, like one of the stories, one of them is like a cat is stuck in a building that's on fire or something, but then the crying cat comes over on a flying carpet and cries on the building to put out the fire, and then there's happy. And honestly, it's in my head so much that I'll, like, when I'm not paying attention, I'll just say it out loud, and I'm like, oh my god, Alex, I'm doing it again. Like, I'll just be going about my day, and then suddenly in my head I'm like, happy. And it's just in my head, so I had to put it as a sheesh meme contender so I can move on.
Oh, I think that's a good contender. It's got cats.
Yes.
It's got a meme song. I do like that.
It's just the happy. Like, it's so good. I found the original clip the other day, and I was like, oh my god, this is where the cat is from. But yeah, those are our contenders. Make sure if you're listening on to... Oh my gosh, I'm a failure. If you're listening on Spotify right now, then make sure to vote in the poll. Or if you're listening on YouTube, make sure to leave a comment and let us know which meme you think is the sheeshiest. And yeah, anything you want to add before we end this?
Yeah, make sure to vote on that. We also have YouTube Shorts to watch, TikTok to follow and watch. Obviously follow on Spotify, subscribe on YouTube as well. Yeah.
I always forget to like plug things at the end.
Yeah.
I'm literally like, vote guys, bye. But yeah, make sure to
watch our stuff, listen it.
Yeah. Make sure to do everything. Like Chloe's been smashing it with the TikToks and making all the shorts. I need to get the Instagram game going a bit more. But yeah, please, like, thank you so much for listening and to listening to all the episodes so far. Chloe and I are having such a great time doing this.
It's so fun, and I love hearing, you know, everyone's been so nice about it as well, and I'm glad everyone enjoying so far. So thank you very much.
Oh, thank you so much for listening, everybody. Have a great 2 weeks, and we'll be back in 2 weeks.
Yeah, in a fortnight. Bye.
Hey, bye. Sheesh.